Okay, I'm back with part 2 of my news headline cut off. I was just talking about the headlines for today. This is on WorldNetDaily. Kids raped, sodomized on Facebook pages. You know, they do a lot of crappy stuff on Facebook, like, you know, put your posts on, like, the Muslim Brotherhood pages, and you'll find yourself on Homeland Security, and all of that kind of thing without your knowledge or your permission, you know. And now this. You know, it's unbelievable. They'll censor Christians putting Bible scriptures up, or you know, or telling people to repent, but they allow this. They allow this to go on. Unbelievable. Okay, let's look at next what's on the Drudge Report. No, I already said that. Okay. Let's look at what's at the Extinction Protocol. Okay, for the Extinction Protocol, for today's headlines for May 8th, flash flood kills 26 in Afghanistan, scores missing. Oh, man. They've already got a war-ridden place, and now this. Mysterious fish kill under investigation in Kuwait. Okay, fish have been dying in large numbers along Kuwait Bay. This incident serves as an indicator of pollution or a major imbalance in marine environment, instilling fear of possible fish kill. Okay, so you can read more about that later on. Okay, bad mood rising. Eurozone governments and markets slide deeper into chaos. Okay. Day after Greece's two dominant parties collapsed at the polls, the leader of the center-right New Democracy Party announced Monday that he had failed to form a governing coalition, pushing the mandate to the second party amid growing uncertainty about Greece's political stability and staying power inside the Eurozone. Okay, so you can read more about that on your own. Okay. French president ousted. Shake-up in Germany. U.S. job numbers show slow growth. Are we headed for a depression? What do you mean, are we headed for a depression? I thought the United States was already in a depression. Snow in Scotland as Met issues early weather warnings for next week. Wow, it's May though. Okay. Alright, Palomar Mountain, plague-infected ground squirrel found. What? The plague? I mean, the plague, wasn't that like in like the Middle Ages? Wow. Okay. May 6, 2012, a ground squirrel found in Cedar Grove Campground in Palomar Mountain has tested positive for plague. Wow. San Diego County health officials announced Thursday. Officials found the infected animal during routine monitoring. County environment health officials said humans can catch the often fatal disease if they are bitten by infected fleas. Ooh. On Wednesday, there were no reports of humans catching the plague in San Diego County. Look out, hikers. Officials said it's not unusual to find plague in local mountains during the summer. People should look for warning signs posted in areas where plague has been found. I thought that was eradicated. Wow, learn something new every day. Oh. People visiting the wilderness and mountains should avoid contact with wild animals, especially if they're sick or dead. Avoid camping by animal bureaus and treat pets for fleas and leave them at home. Anyone who has a sudden fever, chills, or tender swollen lymph nodes within a week of visiting a known plague area should see a doctor immediately, officials advised. New Zealand rattled by twin earthquakes. Yes, that happens all the time here too. Dark ages. Space weather expert has ominous forecast. Future scenario. A stream of highly charged particles from the sun is heading straight towards the Earth, threatening to plunge cities around the world into darkness and bring the global economy screeching to a halt. This isn't the premise of the latest doomsday thriller. Massive solar storms have happened before. Yeah, the one in, was it Toronto or was it, I forget. In Canada there was one, like was it 1995 or something, that knocked out the whole solar grid. The whole power grid, sorry. There was no electricity for a while. Okay. And another one is likely to occur soon, according to Mike Hapgood, a space weather scientist at the Rutherford Appleton Laboratory near Oxford, England. Okay. Much of the planet's electronic equipment as well as orbiting satellites have been built to withstand these periodic geomagnetic storms, but the world is not prepared for a truly damaging solar storm. Okay, so, and we've had some whoppers this year too. So you can read more about that on your own. Nepal flash flood death toll may hit 60. Oh man. Look at that. That's pretty bad. Okay, flames and smoke erupt from ground in Kenya, Sri Lanka. Well, that's freaky. Wow. Underground volcano, maybe? Oh, yeah. A large crowd flocked to see flames and smoke which mysteriously appeared from a hole dug in Turai Adi in Kenya today. Wow. Abdul Kader Farouk, who lives near Kenya Bridge, was digging a hole near his home to dump garbage, had noticed flames and smoke coming out of the earth. Wow. It said somewhere in Isaiah, I was reading Isaiah, what chapter was it? Isaiah 6 or 7 or something like that. Hell is enlarging it herself. Hell is enlarging herself, and you're seeing these like fire craters appear out of nowhere these days, in sinkholes and stuff, you know, like that. Hell is enlarging itself, people. Okay. Tornado rips through prefecture near Tokyo, Japan, demolishing homes and killing one. I was in this tornado. It was Sunday in the afternoon. We were out near Scuba. We went to Mount Scuba, and we climbed the mountain, and there was a lot of clouds coming, you know, at the top of the mountain. There's a lot of clouds at the top of the mountain coming, rushing down to the bottom. And we didn't think much of it because, you know, it's a mountain, right? It's mountaintops. That's what happens at mountaintops. But when we got down to the bottom, it was sunny, and we spent the whole day in Scuba. And we went to like the space center, and we went to this horticultural garden place. And the weather was beautiful all day, except the one time there was a gust. We went out to the parking lot. There was no wind, and we were walking out to the parking lot, and not like 2 minutes later, there was a huge gust of wind that nearly blew my my daughter, who's 7, over, you know, nearly knocked her on her feet. But then it was just one gust, and we didn't think much of it. Little did we know that there were tornadoes, yes, tornadoes, plural, circling the area where we were at. Okay, it turns out that this morning's news said there was 4 in all. Okay, so we just bought a new car too, and our car was pummeled with marble-sized hail. But, miraculously, not a single dent. Okay. It was terrible weather, though. We're still under a tornado warning. The weather's been really weird today, too. It was sunny today, and now it's kind of suddenly cloudy, and... We're supposed to be under tornado warning for the next 3-4 days, okay? So that was the one that was near us, okay? And that's touchy. And this is some of the damage that went through there. And here's some of the footage from that. You know, Japanese people are not really used to damages that tornadoes like Americans are, and so they actually stand and watch. It's the same with tsunamis too. You're like wondering, why aren't you running away or something? But they stand and watch these things. So here's a little bit of what was going on. Look at all that dust, she says. look at the truck actually go towards the earthquake. This is how much experience they have with earthquakes. Not earthquakes, I'm sorry. This is how much experience they have with tornadoes. It's coming right at her. You can see that. Okay, let's see. Yeah, there's more footage there. Yeah. Moving across the road. People running, well, people driving away at full speed. There was also a freak lightning storm, putting a mother and a daughter who were taking refuge under trees. Struck them, but they're in critical condition, they're unconscious in the hospital still. Okay. So that happened. Tornadoes are not that common here in this area, especially. And they're saying today that Sunday's tornadoes were probably the strongest, most devastating that that Japan has ever seen. And what was really sad is there was an apartment complex that I took a video of on the news, and this apartment complex just happens to be a refugee apartment complex, for those who had evacuated from Fukushima after the earthquake. So these people, they had their houses destroyed, and they were relocated to Ibaraki, into these apartment buildings, and now that's destroyed, and they're having to start over again. Okay, large new sunspot emerging over sun's eastern limb. Okay, shallow 4.3 magnitude earthquake rattles northern California. Okay, Idaho infant dies from whooping cough and regional outbreak. Wow. Speeding up national elections. Is Israel preparing for a fall military operation? I think war might break out before the fall, though. Okay, speeding up national. Okay, we already saw that. What is that? Okay, seismographs pick up explosion as big as a 4.5 earthquake in area of Wyoming coal mine. Fracking? Researcher at infectious disease laboratory in San Francisco dies of rare bacterial infection. Okay, Washington State faces worst whopping. Nice spelling mistake, whopping. Apparently this person was in a hurry. Like me when I speak. I say earthquakes instead of tornadoes. Sorry about that. When you live here, earthquake is always, that word earthquake is always on the back of your mind. Sorry. Okay. Star Wars, U.S. Navy to answer hypersonic anti-ship missile threats with lasers. Okay. The rise of the new Holy Empire. This was on here a couple days ago. This is May 4th. Okay, so we're going to go run over real quick to Now the End Begins. Just look here, the titles here. Okay, real quick. Okay. Neo-Nazi Golden Dawn Party gains 21 seats, and Greek Parliament advocates concentration camps. So does America now. In the end times, doorknobs and couches could be watching you. Wow. Okay, this is kind of old news, but yeah, I've heard of that before. Surveillance camera is so strong they zoom to read in your texts. Poll reveals that 1 in 7 thinks the end of the world is coming soon. Okay, the U.S. Army, Obama is working to get the U.S. Army to implant RFID microchips in everyone. Okay. Israel calls up 6 army battalions to meet growing threat on Egypt-Syria borders. Okay, so that concludes my rundown. I'm sorry I had to divide it into 2 videos. I ran out of time. But until next time,